And here we go, paiN Gaming Third Impact, map number 1 of this ECL clash. paiN on the CT side of Third Impact's map pick of Ancient. Third Impact taking the T side and taking the bomb towards the A side. I'm Boggs, joined by Pineapple Phillips. And Hardzao is going to take that contact. It's not going to go back and forth. Instead, Third Impact are going to get the double entry. There's still one dink down on the side. That's paiN-biguzera, and I believe that's Nython, that's labeled as Dalmatian, who's been dinked down as well. A couple of kills have gone back the way of paiN, but PKL and Nython have to make their way in as that bomb goes down. No kits here either. The nade, it does some damage, but not enough to take down Dangerous, who gets the bomb down in the nick of time. This retake seems to be without fangs right now, unless Nython and company can come up with anything, and EKiZ, he walks right in. No fear at all. And Nython will fall, leaving it all down to PKL in a nigh unwinnable 1v3. First engagements against Rezu. The swing from Dane on the left side will finish him off in Third Impact with a nice and solid pistol round.
It's a very quick pistol round as well. Good take onto the site. They got the initial engagements. Both teams kind of probing into each other very early on before the site was even taken. It kind of led to an awkward duel, and especially when you're up close and personal, those Glocks can really shine compared to the USPs.
Yeah, they can, and that's the Glock magic right there. Works out well for Third Impact as they get the first round of this match on their board in their favor. But it's a force-up from paiN Gaming to this next round. 3 Deagles, an MP9, and a Scout over on the hands of PKL. More defaulty setup here from Third Impact, probing around, seeing if there's any aggression from the CT side, but A side is going to be the target of Third Impact, and paiN are gamble stacking towards B. Couple out towards Donut, though, could still hold down the A side if and when that move comes in. And now, with nothing being shown towards the B side, paiN's starting to fall back a little bit here, regroup, and put a little more pressure towards a standard 2-1-2. While Third Impact, they're still sitting around towards spawn, mulling around, trying to figure out where they want to go.
Trying to find some information as well. There's something to work with, at least get an idea as to what some of these players might have. They have no idea that Scout's on the board, and that could find a lot of damage in the hands of PKL, especially back towards those the B site, the back long haul square area.
Yeah, PKL can definitely do some tagging, and the rest of the team can do some bagging, or even a headshot or two coming through would ruin the day of a couple of Third Impact players. Some MP9 or MAC-10s, excuse me, there, and some Galils for the Third Impact side. Plenty of utility as well, but the time is starting to fade away from them. They're going to walk into Donut. NEKiZ, he's ready to go. Hardzao's backing up, and team kill actually came through, but Rezu, I guess you could give him a hat trick if you count the team kill. It's going to open up towards A. That's the bomb going down as Jam finishes off Nython 2. PKL demolished by the aforementioned rifler of Third Impact. And paiN-biguzera going to save his deagle and armor as there's no hope in retaking this round. Third Impact, flashy on the T side, start again. This time, a slower defaulty round into an explosive pop, and it works out well.
Yep, seeing the fast play on the pistol and seeing kind of a slower, more methodical approach that ends in a pop play does give me a little bit of hope here for Third Impact. If they can continue to win rounds, if they can carry on this momentum into the next, they should have a good time, especially with those 2 MAC-10s. Harvest some cash and then really build up for what will be the bulk of this half, the rifles. EKiZ, though, he's the one hunting. He's looking for it. paiN-biguzera tags him, doesn't quite get the kill. There we go. paiN-biguzera wins the duel at long last. EKiZ dropped, and a little bit more damage done, but it was only a MAC-10 dropped.
Yeah, it's not too costly for Third Impact. They won't be too mad. And paiN, well, they got a laser pointer of a deagle there in the hands of paiN-biguzera.
Yeah,
nothing.
I love paiN targeted well. Yeah, it was a very interesting bug. I thought we tried to switch back and forth, and it just kept going, which was unfortunate. But hey, at least the laser is pointing true. It did get the kill in the end.
Yeah, but, well, down goes Bigu. He got the 1 kill last round. He was the one guy with armor and that deagle. And it's a Jam to open things up. We were questioning if he would be more effective on the opposite of the rifle. Right now, he's leading the charge for Third Impact there with some more Galil kills to his name. Another A take coming through from Third Impact as it's a B stack from paiN once again. Their pistols will not be troubled. Third Impact will have a 3-0 start to kick this one off. I don't suspect they'll be sending these players into hunt, though. Maybe the MAC-10s just to go try and build up some more economy. But, Nate, I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty passive hold here from TI.
Yeah, they should know it's a full save here. They dropped the one player that had anything to work with. That was the Kevlar in the helmet right off the bat. So, realistically, they shouldn't get too selfish. But at the same time, those MAC-10s $600 a pop is pretty good. And speaking of it, EKiZ is pretty far away from his teammates. He gets dropped by Nithon, and now paiN Gaming are finding something at least.
Yeah, they're getting a little bit here and there, but it's small consolation in the grand scheme of this round. It's an early good start on the T side, too, for Third Impact, as Ancient has become much more of a CT-setted map as the history of this one has evolved. However, if Third Impact can get themselves a strong T-half, you got to imagine they're going to have a good chance of picking up their map pick and maybe even bringing it back into their favor. And something in this series could go their way with Mirage waiting in the wings. It's known to be a coin flip. So definitely opportunity arises for Third Impact if they're able to secure this map here. They're going to have the op for Nithon, though, on paiN's side. M4s across the rest of the squad. Third Impact with a couple of Galils, 3 to be exact, but plenty of utility in their own right. And a default heavily towards B in the early going, leaving that bomb outside in towards spawn. But a pretty standard look from Ancient as we get into round number 4.
Just a standard early utility, prevent those potential rush plays from coming through. Rezu smoking down middle as per usual as well. It's just kind of a default here for Third Impact as they try to continue to maintain the pace of these rounds.
See, NEKiZ posted up in towards Red Room, still sticking around, not going to go for anything too aggressive. Nobody on paiN really taking too much initiative aside from Hardzao. Now NEKiZ goes forward, and he'll open things up onto Rezu, and that's a good start here for paiN. Their first opening pick of this series so far. Nade will go in and do a decent amount towards Grape. But as we sit right now, the time is going to continue to become an enemy of Third Impact as they let it burn down more and more. And more utility there to buy more time from paiN. This is a pattern that we've seen Third Impact fall into before, where they will get too much into this defaulty scenario, and they will run out of time. They will hit with less than 20 seconds to go many times in games, and it does become a problem for them. Another smoke to buy more time, and they're going to have to go through it this time, unless they want to hit with about 10 seconds of the clock. This B blitz is going to have to be flawless.
PKL. I think he'll be in front of any flashes that come through as well, so this is a big opportunity. He's gonna walk into the smoke and block them. They must know what's going on at this point. They're just trying to stare in face. It will eventually be PKL coming back out. He'll find one. Great gets a trade. EKiZ, another entry onto the side as well. 10 seconds left. They have enough time to get the bomb down, but NEKiZ wants to get his way in. He'll find one. He'll find two, but the bomb does go down. EKiZ has a chance in the clutch here. He finds the first, still 2 to find the op of Nithon, missing its mark, and EKiZ gets by for the time being, but Nithon has an idea of what's up, and Hardzao's ready to swing to find the trade. EKiZ trying his best to hold things down, but he's looking the wrong way. I think it's all the timing, and in fact, Hardzao, he'll take point, he'll swing, and he'll find the kill. It is indeed paiN taking the first rifle round, as you'd expect. They were against some Galils, but it was still a rather hard-fought one there in the end.
Yeah, and the money for Third Impact's actually not the best. EKiZ at 2,900. Of course, you can get dropped by Dane or Jam. We'll see if an op comes through as well. Rezu also outside of AK range if he wants full utility. So there will be AK shuffled around that T side, so they will have a full rifle buy up. The op still in the hands of Nithon. We'll see if he wants to go anywhere aggressive with that Grape still holding on to the primary for Third Impact. But right now, we've still seen a pretty solid start from TI. EKiZ going aggressive out towards middle, has so much map control, but he gets spammed down quite considerably. And that's a bit of a bad start there for Third Impact, looking to turn the table. Dane is also taken down quite low. Spam from Biguzera doing that damage. Rezu going to try and rectify the situation in towards Jaguar. But Big User retreated back through Cave. In the meantime, though, EKiZ has all this information. He's through T-house, or mid-house, I should say. And he can go either side he wants. All of this map now hinges on the play from EKiZ. With Gray picking up Nithon, this trade could be something else, but EKiZ now has the angle, and the second kill onto NEKiZ. 4v2 for Third Impact, and it should be their fourth on the board.
It's looking likely at this point, paiN, they'd probably have a better chance than they would expect going for this retake, given how tagged a lot of these players are, but as you can tell, Biguzera, PKL, cutting their losses. They're not really going to try anything. In fact, they might not even recover the op. I can't tell where it was dropped, which is a bit unfortunate. And the question is, at this point, will Rezu hunt? It looks like he is beginning to pressure over towards B and towards Jaguar. And in fact, he's all the way through the cave. PKL, though, gets the timing. And 3 remaining players all tagged down, but they will survive to fight another day. They will save their AKs and that op for the next round. Dane Joris, the one picking that up. He'll probably drop it over to Grape if I had to guess. And we did get to see our first op duel. Grape versus Nithon, and Grape, he's the one that comes out on top this time around.
Yeah, still, the extra loss is going to damage the third impact economy decently, and that's the thing too. They really haven't been able to build up a very strong T-sided bank, despite their decently overwhelming scoreline of the early going. It's a bit of a concern moving forward, but paiN have looked a little slow right now, and they're not able to keep up with third impact firing hot out of the gate. And right now, third impact are dominating a lot of the control over this map. They're winning a lot of those initial aim duels. It's getting them a lot of space, too. The thing is, they haven't been going for anything too tactically based in terms of smokes and utility and flashbangs. They're kind of just walking in, taking their shots, and winning their duels with a couple people there in terms of trade potential. And it's working out well for third impact, although this one won't go the way of Rezu, who's lucky to escape with his life after that engagement with Hardzao. 4 HP to him. But look at the rest of the squad already out through A main. And with Jam boosted up as well, this should work out well. Although he's got mollied by his own teammate, that's a big blunder. And now Grape falling, here comes potential. NEKiZ strikes for 2, PKLs come through. Rezu and Jam have to hold this one back, but it's all down to these two against 4 of paiN. And Jam is low as well as Rezu. The op has failed to find a mark the bomb at the feet of NEKiZ and company. And paiN Gaming looking to settle the deal here. The Kobe drops in on Rezu, and Jam will retreat around towards A main, drop the AK as to not give that over to the opposition, even though they've already got AKs and they'll have an op to pick up. Oh, he's got the op. Is he going to get this out of the map, or is he going to try and save this? There's a lot of time on the clock.
I'd imagine these players want to hunt him voraciously. He'll just throw it out. That is the smart call, realistically speaking. And he'll at least challenge that smoke in hopes that someone will walk through and continue to probe forward. Jam is actually reconsidering the off at this point. Couldn't quite grab it though. He is his own undoing there. Jam walking away. It looks like paiN Gaming don't want to give up that bomb. They want to play it safe and they want to save these weapons again. That was a half buy for them, Boggs. Yeah. That means that they're going to have a big bank coming into this. They'll have no problem reinvesting into nades, have a full buy in the next, and potentially even an op here for Nithon. I spoke a little too soon. Hardzao did go for at least some information. NEKiZ, though, won't overextend. He was holding in hope someone would peek, but that's not the case. Either way, paiN Gaming a second on the board and a convincing win that really started from that own team Molotov that was blocked by Jam on the boost.
Yeah, if Jam doesn't get mollied on boost, it's a different round for third impact, but everything just kind of spirals into confusion off of the back of that, and it works into the favor of paiN, and now we see that economic impact come in against third impact. They don't have a lot of cash. They have a player on a Tech 9 and a Mac 10, a decent amount of utility, yes, but it's still not exactly the kind of buy you want when you're now just up 4-2. A split can come through from Snake, though. Bigu's got a dry peek out now. And so much information and map control given over to paiN. Will Bigu overextend, though? That's the question. He also has PKL pushing down through B. A pincer maneuver in towards CT or T-spawn. And, well, we are not going to see too much over-aggression coming through from Bigu and PKL. But this is a lot of information gained. This boost from EKZ. Will it spot anybody out? I think it's going to be a false positive here. They're going to think it's clear.
Seems like that might be the case. And nade, though, kind of gives away there is somebody over towards Jaguar. So, assuming that was relayed, third impact will or should dutifully clear all their angles. However, it's still a lot of control for paiN Gaming, and under 50 seconds left. Third impact have to make a move, and they have to make it now.
Yeah, this is third impact burning down the clock again, but it could burn down their house instead if they don't make that move fast. Bigu still sitting in Jaguar, looking to pop a couple of heads and really make this round work out well for paiN. Still is Hardzao on a fast rotation too. Rezu peeks under, but he's going to fall. Jam barely gets the trade, but NEKiZ has one through middle. That was the lurker as well to fall. PKL still back towards Cape at the time. It's so far gone. 15 seconds. PKL's in prime position to shut this down. 1 and 2. The time continues to dwindle. EKZ will have to stick. He'll fake it and move forward and spam, but at one point he will have to hold. He'll do that now. NEKiZ has the angle. If EKiZ off the bomb, he'll get one more for his troubles, and might even get out of this one alive, but it's now a third round on the board for paiN Gaming, and third impact running to the problem that we've seen them run into many times before, of running down that clock too much and not giving themselves the opportunity to move around.
They let that clock run down far too low, and they had too little map control. Now, maybe if they were running a default, if they had at least something towards middle, or maybe even just that front Jaguar control, I can make sense of that kind of lower timer. But the complete lack of control thereof, and speaking of lack of control, NEKiZ pushing all the way down middle, drops EKiZ immediately. But it is just pistols for the likes of third impact. So just make this round clean for the likes of paiN Gaming. That's the only goal here.
And they're starting it off well, 2 kills for the price of none. Rezu goes forward and falls to PKL. 3 kills now, spread across the board. Even more damage there for PKL. Nithon's nade will finish off Jam eventually. And Grape, well, he might be jarred up too. He's trying to get around it, but there's nowhere really for him to go. He'll make the noise, just trying to bait in a peek. The Glock is out, but the Glock now on the ground. PKL will grab himself the pair, and paiN will tie things up at 4 apiece. Third impact, not going to go for the full investment this round either. I actually like this call because they would have had a lot of Galils again. So they'll go into this one with some pistols and utility, a opportunity to get some damage done, but they're not going to bankrupt themselves if this one doesn't go their way. And they could also take some of the paiN players out, maybe even upgrade some guns and turn this one around.
There's always an opportunity with upgraded pistols. Glocks, not so much. So if they can get aggressive, I'd love to see third impact go for something earlier on, because they always let that time go down. If they hit this A site, there would be only 2 players to defend. Now the player Cave, though, has come back out. Nithon on the op, boosted up, will be forced away. And third impact do at least have a sight to work with, but they have to get more. They have to get a rifle, and they're having no such luck there. NEKiZ and PKL holding things down 2 apiece. The last one alive with a deagle, it's Jam, and he's not long for the world either. It's another clean round, and 2 flawless rounds in a row for the CT side. It really allows that economy to build here, which is very uncommon for the CT side to have such a strong economy.
Yeah, and that just goes to show how well paiN are disciplined too. They don't really overextend themselves. Even there, they're making sure there's nobody stuck into cubbies. They're making sure nobody is anywhere where they could possibly lose their guns. They're there for trades as well. Minimizing their casualties is a big part of paiN's success on the CT side. Third impact forced into a timeout here. They want to go into this gun round with all the strategies panned out so they can get themselves the best chance of victory in this round. 5-6 rounds on T side. You're good to go on Ancient. So right now, third impact on the verge of a solid half. Just need a couple more rounds to really make it a good one. Meanwhile, paiN, they've been playing from the back foot since third impact started with a 4-1 scoreline. But third impact have since fallen off and really gotten into that little rut of burning that clock down to the point where they have to go somewhere. And paiN have a very good read on where that's going to be.
paiN, the aggression, the confidence is really building again. They've gone for middle control so often at this point. They just continue to do it. They haven't been punished for it, so there's no reason not to. And third impact, again, an incredibly passive hold, as you can tell. They're playing out all the way back and almost towards spawn, realistically speaking, towards the B side. And the op peeking over is just effectively mooted by one single smoke. Spam comes through, that insult to injury. paiN Gaming. So much control for such a little price.
And that's what paiN do so well on this map and have done since its introduction into the pool. They take a lot of space, and they do it well with minimizing their own risk. That risk versus reward analysis for paiN just always seems to be top level, and it's something that's been a consistent part of their successes. Jam now taken down quite low as well, just above the halfway marker. And third impact, yeah, they have some map control towards middle and some towards back of Beast. Outside the doors, it's not really much though. If Rezu can come back on Snake and help out, this is where the opportunity arises, but it's still a man advantage for paiN Gaming in time. Now a little bit more than it has been in times past for third impact, becoming a factor as they slow it down again. They put the brakes on, and that allows Nithon to rotate and bolster the B defenses. And Rezu, his victim now. Grape and Jam have to go to this site. The Molotov will buy more time, and time is of the essence. Jam picks up an op. The take will come through, but the rotations from paiN are flooding back. PKL on the cubby doesn't even need to take that find. Grape will fall to his hand, and NEKiZ will swing for the next. Almost thought NEKiZ was going to get both of those there, but PKL is there to help out his Opper. 6-4 now in the favor of paiN. And Third Impact, their wheels are spinning in the mud, and they're going nowhere.
Yeah, they're stuck in a rut, I'd say, just the very least, honestly. It's much more difficult, I'd say, and much more dire than that sounds, because they're stuck with no map control, and they really can't contest or aren't contesting the likes of paiN Gaming. They did finally find one of those players pressing in through Jaguar, but it still cost 2 players for just one single kill. It wasn't a favorable one by any means. They're going to go for the investment yet again, but it's more desperate than the round prior. There is no op. Grape's on a Galil. And another interesting note from that last round, we said Jam is more comfortable on the op and Grape is more comfortable on the rifle. That's exactly what happened. Grape dropped his op for an AK, and then Jam picked up the op instead of his own AK. So they kind of swapped there towards the end. It didn't really work out, but it's still interesting to note.
Yeah, we'll see if we get a little more of that swapping going back and forth. But Grape on the rifle, going to be the first one to take some damage and give some over to PKL. Molotovs to clear out Jaguar, where Bigu has been pushed up quite successfully as of late. He's going to be playing more passive now, though. And we'll even toss a flashbang from a faraway angle. Oh, they like the boost here. I like the boost a lot. But Third Impact have the bomb back towards spawn. They can rotate around the map. They have some decent snake control and some mid pressure, as well as Jam over in a main. And there's a lot of room they can work around with, but again, the clock, Nate. The clock has been the enemy of Third Impact, and it's already down to 34.
It's been their enemy, but they've used it so often. They let it go so low so often. I think they think it's their friend instead. I said that in a very roundabout way, but they're trying to make the time something they can work with, but it's not really working out in their favor. As you can tell, ESL, again, ESL, it's all getting picked apart. Rizzu finds one, but ERDZAO still kicking with the op. He misses the shot, so they do have the sight, but with 10 seconds left, they get that bomb down ASAP, and as you can tell, paiN Gaming have already rotated in and encapsulated these players in towards the site. It's going to be very difficult. In fact, Rizzu, he does find one, but NEKiZ finds the trade. It's Jam all the way back in the corner, left to try and clutch with the rifle in hand.
Bomb still has plenty of time to tick, and Jam is in a spot where he can easily be discovered. There's no Molotovs though, but once Jam makes a move, PKL's on the angle. It will be the round converted for paiN once again. They'll go for the double ops again, perhaps, as PKL has an op dropped right to him by NEKiZ, so they will return to the double ops. They do take quite a bit of casualties, but look at the money over on paiN. NEKiZ at 14k. Third Impact calling another timeout here, and they can scrounge together another buy, but they are on a massive slide. It was 4-1. It's now 7-4. 6 rounds straight for paiN Gaming. They've now got an AUG for NEKiZ, too. You know a team is doing well economically when they break out the AUG. So, just goes to show paiN is feeling confident. They are feeling comfortable. They also have 5 HEs. So we might even be seeing a bit of a set play here coming through from paiN.
Yeah, and honestly, the AUG, where does it shine the most? It's up close and personal when you can find that one-shot headshot. So I don't think that paiN Gaming are going to slow down anytime soon. Playing that in towards Jaguar specifically would be a fun spot to see it. Somewhere where there's just no room to work with, where Third Impact can't escape paiN Gaming. And Third Impact, they got the bomb point. They've had the loss bonus. They can go for the investment, but it's another shambolic one. They have 2 Galils. It's still far from ideal, whereas paiN Gaming have pulled out all the bells and whistles for this one.
NEKiZ, though, he went aggressive in towards A main, and he gets shut down by Jam, who has been one of the main guys for this Third Impact roster. Someone you expect to see towards the top of the scoreboard for Third Impact is dangerous, though, when he is sitting at a 1-7 scoreline. A very disappointing start here for Dane, as Third Impact are stumbling through this half so far. ERDZAO, though, re-aggressing out towards the middle with the op in hand, has to be very careful not to give that one up. And that nade doesn't do as much damage as they would have hoped. The bomb is out, and that's another miss from ERDZAO. I don't think he's actually connected an op shot as of right now, and he's also sitting towards the bottom of the scoreboard, only 2 kills to his name. And now with a 2-man advantage, Third Impact have themselves the best opportunity in a long time to get something on the board again after a long hiatus, but they're walking into NEKiZ, and this is why he's here, the guardian deity of this A side. Perhaps only one, though. It's great to trade it back, and this now has to be around for Third Impact. They cannot surrender it.
Yeah, paiN Gaming, though, they have so much money, they have no reason not to go for the nade. Will do some chip damage to Grape, and in fact, even more than I had initially expected. He'll throw one back in response and tag down PKL. piguzera and PKL at this point might even contemplate saving, perhaps. PKL falling away. But they want to do some damage. Again, they have no problem reinvesting here, regardless. You can look at ESL and Nithon. They could both buy ops with ease if they really wanted them in the following. And yeah, there we go. Looking for exits. piguzera trying to do something with it. Smoke goes down. Flash will as well. But surely he doesn't try. It's when he's just trying to keep players around to hopefully do that extra damage there. And PKL does have an opportunity. Grape's watching for it, though. Grape is finally waking up with the op. Bomb will go off, and there will be one saved weapon for piguzera, but that's it for the likes of paiN Gaming. 7-5, though, still in the lead, ahead of the game.
They are ahead of the game, but they've allowed Third Impact to get a 5th round on the board, and that's going to make things a lot better for Third Impact moving forward. A 10-5 is not terrible on Ancient. Of course, you want a 9-6 or better, but 10-5 is still within the realms of an okay half. Grape has that op again, though, posted back towards middle. NEKiZ going very aggressive, too, from Nithon with the op in hand. ERDZAO has the secondary AWP over towards A once more. Has failed to find success with that so far. Nithon peering in towards Snake. Now might even go for that T-spawn peek. But they're going to fall off of that paiN Gaming in a wise decision. They've got the information. They've got the presence there. They've seen nothing. They don't want to stick around too long and get caught sitting having a tea party out in middle. Instead, they'll let piguzera have his fun out towards Jaguar. But there's no prey for him to pounce on yet. Slow and steady default again from Third Impact, although it's funny. The round they had success on, the last round, was a little more high pace.
It was, but they were emboldened by those early picks, to be fair. And the lack thereof, they set up a little bit more aggressively. You could tell they had somebody in towards the cubby and hope someone would push through Jaguar, find the nice opening there, but that's not the case. So they'll continue the slow and trepidatious default as best they can. Again, Jam lurking in towards those A-halls as he has for basically this entire game, but no one's going to challenge him. And Third Impact, less than 40 seconds left. B will be the side of choice here.
Yeah, but they're going to have to make their move very quickly. They're setting up for utility, and the clock is ticking down below 25. They've not made a move yet. Now they're going to start to push, but paiN already. piguzera's looking the wrong way, though, and that's a good timing pick for Dane. But still, PKL is here, and Nithon's rotating in. PKL holding his nerve. Dane clearing out through cave. There's a smoke down, though, and he will not be spotted just yet. PKL can stop the bomb, but he has to go for the op. The op will finish him off instead. Unable to get that kill. Nithon will trade it back, but now, unless NEKiZ can find something here on towards cave and Jaguar, it's going to be around for Third Impact. And Third Impact should have this one now done and dusted as Exceed gets the backstab on NEKiZ. ERDZAO looking back and forth, connects the flick, but it's a double op retake on the B site. This is no easy task. Both players tucked in towards cave as well. No Molotovs to flush them out, no smokes to wall it off. ERDZAO has to tap, he has to hold. He gets a lineup! He got a collateral! But there's no time! There's no kit! It's gonna be a round for Third Impact nonetheless! But boy, is that but thinnest of margins! A kit is all that separated paiN and victory in that round! But there's no excuse to not have a kit when everybody on your team has that much cash.
A big fumble, I would say there. paiN Gaming loses that round by virtue of a little bit of penny pinching, saving that $400 in the bank instead. And wow, I bet he really wishes he invested that money here and now. Very unfortunate, but he does at least survive and bring it off into the next round. And again, paiN will be going for the double op setup. And again, there will be a press down middle. Third Impact, they have finally found the graces of the low time remaining, but can they continue to find that success? paiN Gaming with either more utility later on in the round or maybe some big individual plays could easily stymie such a play, and they know it. Here comes the take early on towards B. Nithon and PKL, though, hold things down, and the last three are kind of stuck towards the ramp here.
It's the fastest play Third Impact has gone for since the pistol round, but they're falling like flies. But Rezu brings something back. piguzera, however, has a big brace of his own. And the ops will be recovered as well for paiN. Moving into round number 15, the money for Third Impact is gone. They'll have some Galils, Mac-10, some Deagles, and maybe a couple of AKs. It's not going to be a pretty buy, though, for the T side. As for paiN, they'll have everything they need, utility and guns, including the offer with paiN-hardzao, and a recovery round and a half there from paiN in the last one. After a heartbreaking loss, they'll go aggressive in towards middle again. That's NEKiZ. Once more, he'll jump up towards Snake. EKz's waiting for a ramp, but Bigu can come through as well. No utility, though, for this peak. EKz, if he gets the timing, can definitely have some success here. And he's got the idea that somebody can be coming in from behind.
This is where they've been wanting to set up somebody for a while. Biguzera, though, nevertheless wins the duel. He's aware of that exact play, that exact opportunity, and that's one of the two rifles dropped. That's a big opening to find with no potential for a trade here. As again, Third Impact just find themselves stuck almost back towards their spawn with next to no control. paiN Gaming, again, looking to be in firm control of this one. Jam, though, he's going to scale forward now towards the A-halls, as he has throughout this entire first half. Can he find any success here, though? That's the question.
Can Third Impact find success here, too, as a whole? There's not been too much, really, to look back on in terms of positivity from Third Impact after the pistol round victories and that streak of 4-1. But now they're going to have to try and get their way onto the A side. Hardzao holding, and he's now found his form with the off. Goes back for more, and he's gobbling him up. Biguzera's come through as support, and Jam will fall to Nithon. It's a 9-6 half, and we'll be back after a break. Well, apologies for the delay, folks. Grape's internet decided it did not want to cooperate, but he got it back on the vine, and we're back in. Here I'm Boggs, joined by Pineapple Phillips. Third Impact got 6 rounds of their tees out of Ancient, their map pick, and now they move to the defensive end. paiN trying to seal this map off and head to Nuke with a map advantage. Dane, however, will pick up the first. That's NEKiZ to follow by piguzera, being a menace outside of Jaguar this time, works his way in. Bombs heading out towards B, but ESL lurking out in middle is going to pick up one more. Looks for a second victim and finishes off EKZ through that smoke. Grape will strike for one, though, on an Ithon, bringing it to a 2v2. And the problem is that's the bomb now at the feet of Grape and Jam. Jam with the 5-7 in towards Cave. Has Grape with him as well. ESL though waiting for the peaks. He gets a lineup. Oh. He's got all 4. It's going to be a paiN pistol round, and that'll set them up quite well to finish off this map.
I like the idea from Third Impact setting up the crossfire early on in towards middle, trying to play a little more aggressive, a far cry from what was their first half, but in the end, they got caught in transition. They got caught through the smoke there, the second player did. Very unfortunate, and it was even more so unfortunate when those two players tried to play it together and instead just lined up and met their death in a more expedient fashion. Either way, it is going to be an investment here for the likes of the CTs. Grape does find one through the smoke entirely on the NEKiZ, but piguzera finds the trade on the Jam. It's now EKZ next up at bat. He has a 5-7 close. This is a good spot to play it, but it's only good for one. Still even. Although they are doing the damage here with the pistols at the very least, giving themselves an opportunity going into what will be this retake setup.
Oh, if Grape was able to get that next kill, it would have been even better, but PKL mows him down. The bomb, though, is stuck somewhere awkward. I don't know where. Oh, it's on top of boost. Oh, yeah, and you can't self-boost that either, I don't believe, so Bigu's going to have to get over here pretty quickly and help PKL get up there, or Rezu and Dane can win this round by taking the fight. A nade's going to go out, and PKL get chunked down just above the halfway point. He does spot out one, though they do know where both these CTs are. It's a very awkward position, though, for paiN to be in, but that's a big opener onto Rezu, leaving it all down to Dane. They're not going to boost up, though. They're going to take the fight, and it could be their undoing. That's a nasty shot from Dane. And again, no plant possible. This has to be a frag from Bigu. Oh, wait, never mind. He got up. Oh,
there's the self-boost on the sign there. I forgot about it, too. I thought that would be really funny if Dane George had the read, but that's not meant to be, and piguzera's more than ready for the player to be in towards the ruins. A good clutch, but again, Third Impact find a lot of damage in that round, so paiN Gaming have to reinvest a lot of their money here and now into rifles, but they should have a moment to work with. Third Impact, their force buy does not pay off, so they'll have to go for a full save here.
Full save, and there'll be a 12th on the board for paiN to double their opposition score, and I say that with almost absolute certainty. Yesterday we saw a couple of eco rounds go the way of the team on the pistols, so we can't exactly sit here too comfortably if we are paiN, but NEKiZ is on a P250 only. That's a question mark moment, but I guess considering the money, it does make sense. Bigu will eat a little bit of nade damage, but it's going to be paiN just working around the map, trying not to get overwhelmed by a stack of pistols or a hailfire of nades. They'll probe around to eventually try and get onto a site as the time continues to tick. The bomb is down in spawn as well. It'll be recovered by NEKiZ, surely, as he's the closest one. They've spotted one on B. That might just spur them on, especially if that pick goes their way. No, NEKiZ, don't take the bomb to A. Please don't go alone again. Don't repeat last round.
Yep, NEKiZ, he's going to cross middle. It's a little bit scary giving the players in towards Donut, but it's no big deal. He's going to try and sow some chaos with that pistol. You mentioned it before. He only has a P250. It's a bit odd, but it gives him a little bit more freedom. It's not nearly as big a loss as an AK would be. In towards Donut, he'll go. He'll find one. Might find two as well. EKZ does fall a third. The card's okay. We said the P250 wouldn't really find much, but in these duels against other pistols, it is finding the damage. 3 kills for the price of none, to take your own phrasing before, Boggs. And it's just Grape and Rezu left in the 2 versus 5. They're far removed from the site, and at this point, a kill even on NEKiZ is something to work with at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's a P250 upgrade. I guess Rezu could take the P250 into the next round, but it's going to be a nice kill there from Nithon up on top of Snake to finish off Rezu, leaving it all down to Grape, who also has a P250. The same skin, actually, as NEKiZ does, but this one is Snat Track. It's the See You Later, if memory serves me right. It's quite a nice P250 skin there, but Nithon will get himself the second upgrade to a USP. And 12-6, double the score of the opposition for paiN. But here comes their first real test of this half. NEKiZ, though, going to have a nice AK in hand instead of the P250. Third Impact will have an op, though, in the hands of a Grape, and it will need to shine. The rifles are going to have to do their job as well. If they lose a considerable amount of players, paiN are still going to have the advantage in terms of a bye going to the next round, even if they lose. So right now, mitigating casualties and coming out the win is the most important factor in this round for Third Impact.
A lot resting on this. Resume getting a little bit aggressive here. Trying to get some information out through Jaguar, but paiN Gaming are playing this far more forward than their opponents did in the first half. As you can tell, they have control of Snake. They have players pressing middle already, and there's still a minute 25 left in the round. They're taking a much more proactive approach to their T side, and it's paying off with a lot of map control and not a lot of damage being taken either.
Yeah, it's good for paiN right now, and with Bigu in towards Red Room, there's an opportunity to get the stab in on daiN, who's waiting for this, though. daiN, if he can pick this one up, be a big boost to Third Impact's defensive side. Still the early stages of the second half. The second half could end very quickly, given paiN already sitting at 12 rounds on the scoreboard. Granted, the pistol round victories, this is what you can chalk it up to. If they're able to get this gun round, that's when things start to spiral out of control against the Third Impact. Utility being countered back and forth by the two out towards middle. And a Molotov used by Bigu, he'll fall away, and daiN will sit in front of the flames, warmed up slightly. But here comes the B take. paiN-hardzao is going in first and foremost, but Rezu has the first. Down behind that smoke, NEKiZ has to work around. He's taking this one cautiously, blind as a bat, and finished off by Rezu. Nithon finally trades, but now there's casualties to count up for paiN Gaming. Grape, however, will not connect his op shot, and it's now forced away back cube. Nithon's up close, still having a nice field day with the AK. Grape will probably have to push here, unless Nithon decides to do just that. He'll take the initiative and win that duel. Spots out another head, but he's unable to connect. They do know there's another left side, but daiN will take the fight. 2v3 favoring Third Impact. Bomb ticking away. Kit on one. He's holding. He's praying, but he's sprayed down into oblivion, but he's back on it. daiN's got the ninja, and PKL cannot finish the job. They got one on the bomb, but not the second, and Third Impact, despite losing 3, will give themselves a lifeline.
Something to work with. They have to do a lot of reinvesting here, not really building up that CT economy that we saw paiN Gaming have in the first half. Now, well done on the defuse, using the pillar to your advantage there, combined with the smoke to cover off the backside. Very well done to find that defuse, and a lot of trust put in your teammates there. Third Impact showing some good team play in the retake. They have to do a heck of a lot more. They're still trailing by 5. Looking at paiN Gaming, their buy is beginning to show some cracks as well. They have a Galil on paiN-hardzao. They do have the op as well on Nithon, so maybe he can have a big effect here.
We'll see how T-opping goes for Nithon. It's not the easiest of things to do, but with Grape being destroyed by NEKiZ, boosted up top, and he'll get the secondary entry too. Charges forward for a third. A hat trick already for NEKiZ, and a save call initiated for Third Impact. They cannot contest. They cannot stand up to the might of NEKiZ. And now with paiN-hardzao also picking up an op just in post-plant scenarios, since he is low on health, they're going to hunt out for these last 2 remaining Third Impact players. EXEED and Jam are now the prey, and PKL had the opportunity, but he is caught off guard, caught napping by EXEED, and the guns will still be hunted here by paiN. It's more imperative to take them out than to save their own, but Jam will now finish off another. NEKiZ will not have a chance at the ace. The smoke will ward off the op of Nithon, and paiN-hardzao's gone back to a rifle, picking up the A1S this time instead of the AK. He had the opportunity to choose between both. He will opt for the CT weapon. The guns will be saved, though, for Third Impact. paiN will not be able to take them out of the hands, but still, they did more than that. They won the round and put Third Impact in a very awkward economic situation. You half buy here, it's 14-7, but you can full invest into the next. You full buy here, it's 14-7, and you're broke going into 15-7.
No easy choice, and they will go for, in my opinion, the more disciplined call. It is going to be just a save for the next. There is one Deagle on Rezu to work with to back up those 2 rifles, and well, Jam will try to be a hero on this round by getting aggressive towards the middle. paiN Gaming, they've swapped up the pace here. They're playing more passive now towards middle, and it's kind of an awkward silence. Grape will take point, but the USP is going to be hard-pressed to find much of anything here, especially with 2 players holding him down. He'll try to swing to find something, but no, it's piguzera to open it up, and Snake control being taken as well by paiN Gaming. They're just effectively getting control of the map. Jam, the first rifle, makes his presence known towards the middle. He will find two. Nice shots from him to tie things back up. He is traded out, but he's done his job. He's found more than one. What more can you ask of him?
Yeah, he did his job there, although he would probably like to have the rifle alive a little bit longer. He's done some significant damage and given Third Impact a chance at victory. And that's what you can ask. EKZ has to do the rest now, with Rezu on a deagle and armor, maybe having something to do, but he's on the B site and the bomb's working in towards A. They have plenty of time, though they don't need to go now, but they know where EKZ is. However, NEKiZ is low. The USP can find the damage needed to kill him. Nithon's rotating in. There still is the flank from PKL coming in through Donut, but paiN are not going to execute off of this. They're going to try and split in towards B now, as they have control of middle. PKL can be the snake in the grass that bites from behind. Dane is forced back into Donut. EKZ is there as well. The bomb needs to make its way towards B. The time is ticking, and with a Rezu getting picked off, it's wide open. They'll clear it now. Nithon knife out towards the site, goes in for the plant. And this should be a 14-7, excuse me there. Although an AK is saved for Dane, it's not going to be a pretty sight for Third Impact into the next round. They will be able to buy up, yes. But 14-7 puts them up against the ropes. And again, this is their map pick. Nuke. They lost 2 days ago to paiN Gaming 16-7. And that's what waits in the wings is map number 2. And losing EKZ is going to make things a little more difficult here for Third Impact into the next round, economically speaking. Their loss bonus should still be around second, third round. But overall, things are looking bleak for Third Impact.
Time is dwindling for them, and it's very unfortunate because they rely on it so often. 14-7, as you mentioned before, penultimate map point secured for paiN Gaming. They're looking quite good on their T side, and in fact, they might even change the pace here yet again. Third Impact. They're going to go for the investment. They saved for this exact moment, right? So
yeah, they did.
The question is, will they get an op on Grape? Because Grape, he's played back of a B site now 2 times in a row on the exact same angle, and both times he's been absolutely obliterated by an AK.
Yeah. Third Impact calling this time out here to talk things over. I'm sure that's one of the points of contention. Jam is also not purchased. He will go for the rifle. I was wondering if they might even give Jam the shot on the AWP. Rape will go back for it. Will he play the same position back, Cube Nate? Will he play a position which has failed twice before? Big questions here for Grape and Third Impact. He looks to be going towards A. They will mix it up. Will he even get aggressive here? I think an aggressive play is on the cards. You have to take a risk now if you are Third Impact to make a play. And right now, this is the only chance you have left. You lose this round, it's over and done unless Pistols are able to spur an 8-round comeback. This is definitely where everything hinges in the balance for Third Impact right now. And I would say on this series, knowing what map is up next. So right now for them, there's a lot of pressure and stake to even try and get something out of the season of ECL. 2 off of Grape will not connect on the Nithon, who will finish the job on the repeak. And now with the opening pick, paiN Gaming are going to start to scale on towards the A side. paiN-hardzao, lucky to get out alive from that engagement against EKZ and towards Donut. Molotov to flush out one of the angles, but EKZ will take a more passive position in the site. Double up in Jaguar, though. PKL using utility. Nithon's found a second. That's Jam to be his victim. And with PKL still being a nuisance out beside Jaguar and Snake, the rotations cannot come. EKZ has to do it all alone, and he won't even stop the bomb in a one-on-one duel. It's 15th round for paiN.
All but certain at this point, right? Dangerous and Rezu at this point, you should be considering, if not trying to save your weapons, maybe to drop PKL here. That is the ultimate goal. He was lurking around. They knew that. That kill goes away, but they're definitely not going to attempt this at this point. Backs are quite literally against the wall now. If they lose one more round after this one, it will be over, and we will be going to Nuke, which honestly has even bleaker projections than this map, in my opinion. So, Third Impact really grasping at straws here, and NEKiZ really keen on making sure these rifles won't be saved. Oh, this is a cheeky boost. It might even drop Rezu here. Rezu spots it. Finds one, finds two. Okay, some damage on the way out, but the economy of this T side can easily recoup those losses. No problem whatsoever.
Yeah, that's no problem. It's definitely worth trying to attempt to take that gun out of the hands of the CT side. They aren't able to achieve that goal, but they still have done enough. They've put themselves in pole position to take this map. 8 rounds of map point for paiN Gaming. AKs, M4s across the board for Third Impact. But PKL and company on paiN are looking to finish this one off. Molotov will keep them at bay out towards middle. Nython, who had the opening 2 picks for his squad in the last round, looking to do just that in the next. NEKiZ, who's also been on fire in terms of entries, pushing out towards A, but aggression middle. Could definitely be caught out. PKL's creeping up, and he runs into Jam, and will squash him a little bit. Not quite going to put him in the jar and seal it up, though. 48 HP left, so just about half of Jam remains outside and alive in this round.
Still over a minute to work with, and again, paiN Gaming have a lot more control than you would really expect, or what we would have expected in the first half. Smoke down middle, they'll begin to scale forward. Bomb still hasn't decided on where it's going, but it is leaning towards A, as you can tell on the map. It is dropped over towards A. And there is a lot of control as well in the halls, as you can tell. 2 players pushed forward. EKZ just playing passive on the site. They do have a player in Donut to try and help, but I think even he's going to get pressured sooner rather than later.
This mid control too, it's so strong for paiN. If Grape doesn't come up with anything or even 1 kill, he comes up with nothing. That's entirely this map open for paiN. They can go A, they can go B. They're going to go A because that's where they pressured. EKZ with 1, but only 1. If he got 2, maybe there's a chance for recovery. Jam has a big job to do to bring this one back, and the nade will more than reveal his position. It will not stop the plant either, but Dane's coming. The cavalry has arrived. Isn't enough. The time is low. PKL's holding back towards Snake. The bomb yet to go down. It finally will. NEKiZ running around. Jam grouping up with Rezu now as the last 2 alive. Dane gets caught by Nython. They're working in through Donut, both players going together. The Molotov will buy more time as it ticks away. Nython now keeping an eye on the Donut side as he has PKL keeping an eye on main. In towards CT spawn is NEKiZ, but it's Nython to hold the line. The replacement of Safe has looked more than at home here on paiN, and that's another good presence of mind shot. He'll go for the last, not going to be able to take him. He has his teammates there for it. paiN Gaming, 16-7 on their opponent's map pick. We'll head to Nuke in just a moment.